Please lower your blaster.
Have them lower theirs first.
We have you 4-1.
I like those odds.
G'day fellas, and welcome back. Hope you guys have been doing good. You've been enjoying all of the festive rewards and stuff with the latest update and everything. And today, we're taking out the Missouri. The Missouri has been one of those ships I've long been seeking to obtain. Now, with the conclusion of the World War II Chronicles, those operations that we had going on for the past few weeks, we could only sell for free the San Diego, or at the completion of it, you could go ahead and you could actually unlock the Missouri for purchase. And that's exactly what I did. So I got 11,000 dubs compensation from getting the San Diego. I exchanged some of my doubloons from the Grand Voyage event, and I picked up this ship. I've long been wanting the ship, as I was saying before. I've been a fan of the Iowa, Montana and stuff, Wisconsin. I love that ship as well. This thing, I really wanted to add it to my port and everything, and I managed to. Now, the Missouri is arguably the weakest of the Iowas in-game. Now, if you have picked up the Missouri in recent years, unfortunately, we don't get access to the hyper-improved credit bonus that the OG Missouri players have got. My mate Dravich, who, if you watched my video from last week, he's got an OG Missouri and he keeps rubbing it in my face, damn him. But anyways, so you don't get the hyper-improved credit bonus, but it's still a tier 9 premium ship. You can still make some pretty decent credits. For example, I'm running a blue booster today, so we'll see, hopefully, if we do it alright and actually make some good credits. But why do I say this is arguably the weakest of the current Iowas? Obviously, Wisconsin's tier 10, so that thing obviously got a bunch of hyper improvements compared to, say, the tier 9 Iowa and stuff. So I'm not really going to talk about the Wisconsin, I'm definitely going to talk about the Iowa in comparison to the Missouri here. The Iowa has got a much improved heal. A few years ago now, the Montana line had their heals on the battleships buffed. And so they heal more than, say, some of your average battleships do. And unfortunately, the Missouri did not get that buff. So it's got the standard heal. It doesn't have this slightly improved American healing, which does make a bit of a difference, right? But what you do get with this ship is a 9.5 kilometer range radar. Is the radar the most useful thing in the world? It can be, right? It's good that you actually have some form of a radar, because not many battleships actually do get a radar. So having this on this particular ship, it does make for some pretty sneaky surprises sometimes. Otherwise, you do miss the spotting aircraft on it to get that extra range, which you tend to use quite a fair bit, say on the Iowa and stuff. But hey, it's radar, it's on a battleship, it's not something that every single destroyer is going to expect. Right, having said all of that, Missouri. I know this. It's been a white whale for me for a while, and having managed to finally get it, it's great to have it. I've got this special perma camo you can see on it here as well, the United Will Prevail one. I think that's what it's called. It's the one that has all of the characters and all of the animated figures in port for showing the surrender signings when Japan finally surrendered on board the Missouri, and there's actually a little surrender table on the ship regardless of whatever camo and stuff you have, which is a great historical feature, which I do appreciate. Anyhows, we'll talk probably a little bit more about the ship in a minute, but for a start, this map here, what is this lion doing? Well, one of our Pommers is already dead because he pushed straight into the middle of the A-cap there. Our other Pommer has just gone down to a Chickamauga, and this lion's giving us flat broadside. So we're going to be rewarded with 2 citadels right off the bat. That is how you do 45,000 damage within the first 5 minutes. Well, I should just say within the first salvo, basically. So, pretty good hit there. That's one of the nice things, especially if you're hitting the broadsides of your targets. You're obviously going to do quite well. You've got the improved, the special slot 6 American module that helps improve your dispersion and everything. And well, I mean, one of the big things about the ship is, yes, it's historical. You've got 406 caliber guns, so it's a bit interesting at times, especially when you're trying to overmatch. But who cares about overmatch when you're seeing the flat broadside of a battleship, right? Now this line he's looking to turn in. Well, the Yugamo's been spotted, so he's trying to turn in, see if he can maybe dodge whatever torpedoes come from the Yugamo, and then he beaches himself here, which was okay. So I was waiting for that because I thought he might. Shots out in the air. He's less than 5k HP. Surely that's a kill. Yeah, no, it's not. Thank you, Wargaming. We leave him on 2.5k HP there, but we do get a couple of resets on him, so he can't get Bravo. I don't see how it'd be getting Bravo anyways in that situation, but, well, we hit him. Unfortunately, no kill there, but then we have this enemy Cambridge that comes outside on. Now, Cambridge is, from memory, this is a Tier 9 American heavy cruiser, but it's got 305mm caliber guns, and I think it's got a super heal as well. So that thing's going to be interesting to fight going forward, especially if he does angle like this against us, but I think we can like overmatch his rear of his ship and everything. So it is going to be an interesting engagement, but I'm not quite happy with the angling here, particularly because there's a Missouri on my broadside, there's a Chickamauga 2 on my broadside, there's a Halford, there's a Taihung over there. So I've seen the Missouri. The Missouri's actually taking a pot shot at me here, so I'm trying to slow in, angle in. And we get a Citadel there on the rear of the Cambridge, which is pretty good going for us. We dodge basically every single shell there from the Missouri. We just get a couple of overpens on the bridge. But that's alright. We don't need those crew members anyways. So we're going to just try and push forward now that we're angled properly to this Missouri. This Cambridge is going to try and hurt us though, because, well, he's got much larger caliber guns than, well, you would typically find on a cruiser. But we're going to just see what we can do. Nice thing is, obviously, we worked out just before, hey, we can actually overmatch parts of his ship. Especially if it gives us the flat broadside of his arse there, so that makes things a lot easier. Regardless, though, so we're going hyper-aggressive here. Should we be going this aggressive this early in the game? It's up for debate, but we pop our radar here, because I was not sure where the Halford / the Chickamauga 2 was. I was thinking that maybe one of them might be coming around the island in front of me, just trying to see, hey, get the spots out. And then the Cyclone hits. I was thinking to myself in this moment, as soon as I saw the Cyclone hit, and was like, oh, damn it, I should have held on to the radar, because, well, when spotting gets reduced only to 8km range, it does make things really quite interesting, in the sense that, well, if you're getting outspotted by a destroyer at 8km, if you have the 9.5km radar on this thing, at least you'll know exactly where he is whenever you're spotted. So, Marco Polo to our left, he is trying to get the A-cap here, and we can see the Cambridge out on the flank. Chickamauga 2, I think we just saw on the minimap there, his planes were just coming up off cooldown there. So we're going to just try and take a swing at this Cambridge. Now, I think it's, well, it's definitely still Missouri that's spawning us, considering where he is. He was too angled for me, that's why I'm not shooting at him. But, well, we're going to try and see if we can get any more shots at him now. Just an overpen there on the Cambridge, nothing too particularly special, and we're just going to try and make the most of this here. We're just going to try and go broadside, well, just go straight towards the island in front of us here. There's the Missouri, and unfortunately he is going to, well, get behind the island there, I believe. And then there's an enemy Kitakaze that appears on our flank down there in Charlie. And all of a sudden, well, there goes the Marco Polo. Suddenly, we're finding ourselves with not very many friends over here. And the rune behind us, well, I don't know if you can see in the top left on the team list there, but his HP is basically gone. He's turning broadside out now. I think the Cambridge is, yeah, and it goes down. And now we're completely surrounded. By not one, by not two, but 5 enemy ships. So we've got the Halford right down to the south. He's a little bit away, so but I'm going to count him for the sake of this video. We have got the Kitakaze, we've got the Missouri, we've got the Chickamauga 2, we've got the Cambridge. We are completely and utterly surrounded. And this is where I was wishing I had the radar ever so slightly. Enemy Missouri was radaring us, but that's okay. He wasn't able to get too much of a shot into us. Chickamauga 2 pops a smoke, launches a couple of torpedoes. We're trying so badly to slow down. We managed to just dodge that torpedo, which is really good for us. But this Chickamauga 2, I don't think realizes I've got my radar open 1 second. There's the torpedoes there from the Kitakaze. There's the Chickamauga 2. I see the Missouri's looking to come around the side of the island, and the Chickamauga 2 is just sitting flat broadside. Oh man. Oh man, he was trying to launch his planes. Did he forget the Missouri had radar? That's very, very easy destruction there of that Chicken 2. 3 Citadels shut him down. No dev strike though. Oh, come on, war game. I would have liked to have that achievement. Missouri comes around the corner of the island there. Enemy Kitakazi off to our left. This Missouri is, well, he just planted a good salvo into us there. The Kitakazi was putting some shots into us just before. We're only on 20k HP. This Missouri here is on 46k HP here. We're going in for the drive-by. Who's going to get it? We take advantage of that slightly angled bow. We managed to pop off a dev strike there. 4 Citadels, 4 shells into him, and he's gone down. We're still in this. We're still hanging on by a thread. Now we've got Halford planes incoming. Oh, we're going to see if we can try and angle in towards those planes, trying to get the damage. There's the Kitakazi. Trying to get the guns around in time. The secondaries are going off. Unfortunately, they appear to miss. We get set on fire there by the Halford's planes. Not necessarily ideal, because that Kitakazi, I mean, this is where having the radar right now would be useful, but I'm so pleased we used it before. The St. Louis there in chat asked for radar, but I missed the message when he was when he typed that because of this Kitakazi. And unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to tell him, hey, I've actually already radared, but that's alright. We spot again the Halford. The Halford ran back, but there was the Kitakazi as well. We're on a high caliber now. The St. Louis, he's come close, which is great to see. And he's trying to help us, so quite a lot here, considering, well, we were completely outgunned. I don't know where the Cambridge is. He really ran quite early into the match, and he's not going to be the fastest one back. We're pushing straight into the smoke here. Now, this is either a death sentence or it's the best thing we can do. I don't want to be showing broadside to enemy ships, and the Halford, I think, makes a mistake here. He launches his planes, so I know exactly where he is, because the planes have a 10 kilometer spotting range. Even if his ship has, say, like 6.2, 6.4 conceal, I can't remember what it is on the Halford exactly, but your planes have a 10 kilometer concealment. If you launch those planes and you're within 10 kilometers of an enemy ship, they'll know where at least you roughly are. There's the Kitakazi's torpedoes. He's launched them against the St. Louis. And unfortunately for the St. Louis, he is going to go down, but we do shut him down in return. There's the Halford. Halford's taking advantage of the fact that I've been shooting my guns just now. He's going to try and set us potentially on fire here. He is only on 6.8k HP, but that's alright. So he's gone behind the island here. We do have radar at the ready. I'm not going to pop it just yet because I know where the Halford is. I don't know where the Cambridge is. We're just wanting to see, hey, where are they at? The other flank has actually done quite well there. The Iwami has literally just shut down the Izumo with the help of the Adataro there. The MV Cohen, the Kitakazi, they've both pushed back into Bravo. We're still alive. We're still kicking. There, we decided to pop the radar once we got spotted again. Now we know where the Cambridge is. Cambridge has finally made its way back into the game and he's inside of the cap circle now. We got to just try here and see what we can do to shut down this Halford. This Halford, well, since he got buffed recently, he's trying to take advantage of his gunpowder. And his gunpowder can actually be kind of nasty if we don't try and get rid of him. So that's why we've got high explosive loaded. Cambridge, I know, is behind the island. This dude's actually deciding to stop now. So we're just going to take the blind, salvo there. 1200 damage on him. We do set him on fire and everything, 4 hits. Unfortunately, though, for us, our radar is now completely out. We do not have any more radars for us, and the Cambridge is actually got us on hydroacoustic search. So this dude's actually completely shooting us for free, no chance of being able to do anything about that. He launches his torps, and they do miss us, fortunately. Well, the Cambridge is sort on the other side there. We just like, okay, screw it, we're going to go for the blind fire here. Take a pot shot at the Halford. We're rewarded with the kill there. I'd loaded actually back to AP there, and we managed to get just 1 shell hit. Got the kill. We're on 4 kills now, by the way. And we do have this enemy Cambridge here that's, well, playing Ring Around the Rosies with us. Now, we have to be really careful, because if I expose broadside to him, because he's got 305 on his ship, he can actually citadel us quite easily. I don't want to give him the chance to do so, so instead, I'm not going to go around and keep chasing around the island, because he'll have the significantly better turning radius, he'll have the angle against us already. I'm just going to look to kite out. I'm not going to turn straight back in or anything. I'm going to just turn away, make sure I've got all of my guns ready to bear on him. If he decides to continue coming around the island, I know he is, well, he knows exactly where I am. I don't know exactly where he's at, but I'm going to just say angled, just make it as difficult as possible for him to know where I'm coming from and what I'm going to be doing. So we're going to kite away. The cyclone is still in effect, so it's still only an 8-kilometer spotting range, so even if it does spot us now, it won't be for very long. We're going to just try and make our way around this island that's here in E9, sorry. And we're just going to see, potentially, can we catch him off with the broadside. Because this cyclone shouldn't last for too much longer, I don't believe. There's the Cambridge. He's come around the other side of the island there. I don't think he was quite expecting that, but we're going to just try and put a shell. And, well, we do get one over pen. Yeah, fantastic. Thank you again. But we're going to just try and take another pot shot at him here. The shells are okay there. We got 3 pens that time. Much better. 10k, he's going broadside. Can we get the salvo off? No, we can't. There's 5 seconds left. There's the enemy room. Can we... He's on 2k HP. Can maybe pick up this kill here for our Kraken? There he is. Just trying to work out where to lead him, because I wasn't sure how he was turning. Shells out. The Kitty Kazi on the friendly team is shooting him. We're going to try and fire the other turrets, but never mind. The Iwami gets him. Now we're going to just try and turn straight back in towards this Cambridge, because I don't care if I have to ram this Cambridge. I was like, hey, I want my Kraken. I want 5 kills. And, well, we're going to try our best here. So, Cambridge, spotted. Does take a pot shot at us, only does 6k damage. He is not showing... Well, it's not the best angle in the world to be showing, but it could be significantly worse. Do decent damage to him there, we leave him on that 4k HP. Adatara, Iwami, Kirikaze, they try shooting him, but unfortunately for me, he's gone behind the island here, so none of them can hit him at the moment. It's just me. Get my rear turret off. Managed to get 1 pen. Unfortunately, the other 2, one was a ricochet, one was a torpedo protection here. I'm just trying to get him. Kirikaze shells in, and we get our Kraken. And I was so ecstatic about that result there. We killed every single ship that we were surrounded by. Missouri is strong. Go the Mighty Mo. And for that, not only did we get ourselves the expert grade, master badge, whatever you want to call it, we got 2.3 million credits, 30,000 experience, 15,000 free experience. Kraken, High Caliber, Dreadnought, Dev Strike. I mean, 10 Citadels as well. That's pretty damn good going. Taking a look at the team score here for this one, we made 3,000 base experience. And I mean, damn. I should not have been able to walk away with that. And I think if I was in the Iowa or something here, I don't think I would have been able to live, because having the radar on the Missouri here worked out so perfectly for us. Could not have asked for a better result. That Missouri as well, unfortunately for him, he screwed up quite significantly there. Because of the way the shape of the Iowas and the Missouri, Iowa, Wisconsin and stuff, because of the way the bow shapes in, you've actually got a little bit of an angle there at the front where you don't need to wait for the perfect broadside in order to be able to citadel them. That's what happened here. The Missouri, he was waiting for the perfect broadside. Because of that sloping on the front of the hull there, I was able to punch straight through, get the citadels, nail him. Cambridge, he got nailed. The Chikima too, I don't know what he was doing, man, but he just sat flat broadside in the smoke. He thought he was going to be perfectly safe, didn't realize about the radar, had launched his planes, and, well, got sent to the grave for that. And then obviously the Halford Kitkazi as well. And it's kind of unfortunate I didn't get to pick up the kill on the line, but hey, that's just the way it goes. So yeah, there was a couple of combat missions and stuff running. As you can see here, so we were running that was the credits. Yeah, 160%. We've got the bonus package there. Yeah, just 2.2 million credits total after resupply and taxes there. We were running a blue credit booster, blue commander XP booster, and blue free XP booster, so that's why you can see like the 800% here and stuff. And this one, I can't remember where that is. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Missouri is great. I still really enjoy the ship. Would it be nice if it got the Iowa's heel going forward in the future? Absolutely. I do think it would be nice to have that buff, and you do have that differentiation there between, hey, Iowa's got the spawning plane, Missouri has the radar. Is the radar more situational? Absolutely. But as you saw here, situational is what we needed, and what worked out for us in the end. Anyhow, thanks guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll be back in the future. I'll do another... Well, I'm happy to look at a couple of other unique ships if you guys want me to. I'm considering doing a video or two on talking about the historical accuracy of the Armada Kai / GQ Johnny, considering those are historical based skins for those ships and they're the ones currently available. I'm happy to talk about them if you guys want me to do that. That's just something I've been thinking. Let me know down in the comments. But anyways, thanks guys so much for watching. If you want something else to watch, channels below. Consider subscribing, liking the video and stuff, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace everyone.